Welcome into the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by First Baptist Church of Moody. I'm your host, David Simpson. We're on the field here at Bill Maher Stadium where the Blue Devils just wrapped up their Monday practice in preparation for the big championship game on Thursday. But before we talk about Vigor and Thursday, let's recap the big win on Friday up at Scottsboro to clinch that North Bracket Championship. And Coach, congratulations on 12th win of the season, first time in school history, and winning that North Bracket second year in a row.
Yeah, thank you. It was a big win. I mean, it was a tough game. They came out, and hit us in the mouth early, and I was proud of the way our kids responded. I think it said a lot about us. We go backwards on the first drive. We don't execute the opening kickoff return, and then defense, we gave up a score on the second play. And, it was kind of like, okay, here we go. And kids, man, they just found a way to kind of take control and get the lead and then not look back. So just really proud of the guys.
I was going to ask you about that first drive. We talked about the coin toss last week, and it was kind of like for the opposing team, they're going to have to pick their poison because your offense is hot and your defense is so good. So, of course, they won the toss and deferred, and they came out. I don't know if they showed y'all something different, but, man, they were playing lights out that first series.
Yeah, no, we had a false start in the first play, so you're first and 15, and, tried to stick with the opening script and had to get off it on third down and ended up not converting. So we punt there. They have a pretty good return, and then, 2 plays later they score. So, we didn't start the way you wanted to, but definitely, proud of the guys for fighting and coming, and responding back, so it was good.
I think that was the first time you have been behind in a long, long time. Like the opposing team has scored early, so your defense did what they're supposed to do to recover and get y'all back in the game. But one thing I was going to talk to you about was the penalty down there on the ball boy. That was a lot of talk. Can you explain what happened on that?
They, I was outside the coach's box, and our ball boys were trying to get a new ball in after the play. It was a first down play, and I was telling them to go, and told a young kid to run out there before he should have, and I'm telling him to do it. Yeah. And the ref's coming down the line, and I'm outside the box. He's obviously outside the box. The ref ends up tripping and falls down and blamed us, and so it was an unfortunate deal. Obviously not intentional, but that's 100% on me. And that was a first.
Well, I saw your dad at halftime, and he said, "Can you believe they called a penalty on the ball boy?"
Yeah.
So I had to ask you about that. But you tie the game up, you get your offense clicking, and then they tie. It becomes 14-10. You have about 3 to 4 minutes left in the half, and man, your offense just settled in. And another great night for Jake Lowery. I mean, it's 10 of 17 for 163 and 2 touchdowns. But your running game, it kind of got a slow start, but LeCameron ended up with 118 yards. Talk about your running backs a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't throw for as much as we have been, which is fine. That was kind of the game and the flow of it. But I thought our running backs did a phenomenal job of getting downhill and taking what they'll give us. And then as the game went on, they got tougher to tackle, and that's just kind of how it goes. And LeCameron, he had 11 carries. It felt like he had. We thought he had way more, but come back, he only had 11, and KJ had 10. So it was pretty even for those two guys. So just proud of the O-line because they were weighing on them. Yeah. And again, early against good teams, and that's a good team, good defense, really, really solid box. You're not just gonna just break it open right away. You're gonna have to work, and it's like chopping a tree down. You just got to keep swinging. So proud of the guys and the run game. When the weather gets cold, you better be able to run the ball. So been really proud of that.
Well, your defense, you were up 21-10 at halftime, and they still had some momentum, kind of. I mean, you kind of was taking over the game, but we were talking on the broadcast, Moody has to get a stop at first drive of the third quarter, and your defense just, again, played lights out. I think had 8 sacks. I think 14 plays for loss. I believe that's what I read. So you held them, who was a big running running team, and I was going to ask you too about their stud running back, but they were held to 71 yards rushing total. But their number 2, Edmondson, I believe, he didn't play much. Did you know he was hurt or anything?
Yeah, he got hurt in the Fairview game.
Okay.
It looked like it was his ankle from film, and from pregame warmups he had a pretty heavy spat on, and didn't look 100, but definitely thought he was going to go, and we prepared for him. So just proud of the defense. They gave up a score on the second play, and then they ran 58 plays after that and got 3 points. And the 3 points came after a fake punt. So really got to stop on that drive. So played lights out. I mean, absolutely lights out for the entire game. So just really proud because we knew they were going to be physical. Their O-line was massive, and they were physical, and running backs did a good job. Quarterback will pull it and run it. So we had to be all 11 locked in on that, and man, just really proud of the guys for it.
Hey, Coach, it was a great win for you. Again, 12th win, first time in school history, and a back-to-back North Bracket champion. So congratulations on that again. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Cam Mallory and quarterback Jake Lowery. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by First Baptist Church of Moody. Joining me now is senior defensive lineman number 24, Cam Mallory. And Cam, congratulations on that big win in Scottsboro Friday night, getting the 12th win of the season, first time in school history. And congratulations on that. Talk about the Scottsboro game just a little bit.
Yes, sir. It was a great win, great atmosphere. Good to go there and stop the run. It was a really physical game. We knew that going into it. And I feel like we executed on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, so I know it was with their offensive line pretty aggressive.
Yes, sir.
So Thursday night, you're going to be back at Protective Life Stadium. Last year you were there. What are you going to do different in preparation for this week's game?
Really, it's treating it the same way we've treated every other game. We know it's important, but this is how everything we've done has been geared towards this moment, right? So it's not like we have to do anything special. Just stick to the plan. But of course, emotions are going to be high, and we're going to give it all we got.
So I know you've watched film on Vigor. Thoughts about them?
Well, first off, Vigor it's a little more personal for me because my entire family is like from Pritchard.
Uh-oh.
But we're the opposite school, so it's kind of like a Moody Leeds thing.
I got
so
you.
It's blunt, and I think all 4 of my grandparents went there, so it's personal. I think it's exciting. I get to play them. But in terms of what they do on offense, they're really good. They have a really good quarterback. I think we can do a good job containing them, bouncing out our rush lanes, and I think we'll have a good chance.
So what has this year meant to you as a senior for the Moody Blue Devils?
We know we have an opportunity to make history. It's something 4 years in the making. Our theme this playoffs is inevitable because of the work we put in. We think it's inevitable that this is destined to happen.
Okay. Well, look at the camera and tell the fans we need them there Thursday.
We need you there Thursday.
All right, Cam. Well, we're looking forward to y'all having a continuing great week of practice, and we'll see you Thursday. Enjoyed watching you play this year, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
We're going to miss you next year, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you.
Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by First Baptist Church of Moody. Joining me now is QB1, number 2, Jake Lowery. And Jake, congratulations on that big win Friday up at Scottsboro. Kind of talk about their defense a little bit.
Yeah, so obviously they were very physical, very well schematically. Going this deep in the playoffs, you're going to face teams like that. So, got to give respect to them. They did their thing, but just congrats them on a good year.
So when the kind of things were kind of going not right for Moody's offense, as a quarterback, how do you handle that situation?
You just got to get to the next play, have a next play mentality. You got to ignore the mishaps that we have, and we've got a really good defense on our side. So just thankful to have them. You can always rely on them to get you the ball back, and it's good to have them on our side.
Well, Thursday's a big game. You led this team to a state championship game. I know you've seen film on Vigor. Kind of give us some thoughts on them.
Yeah, so obviously, they've got a good team. I mean, they've made it this far. So their defense they're very, very athletic, very quick. They've got a good D line. Getting to see their film, and I'm getting more comfortable with what we need to do as a team, as an offense. But yeah, they got a good defense.
So this year, first year at Moody, You've led them to the state title game. What's this year meant to you here at Moody?
It's meant a lot in my personal growth, and I'm very thankful I've got to meet all these people, all the coaches, all the players, and all the people from Moody. It's been a blessing.
So you got one last thing. Look at the camera and tell these folks we need them Thursday at the stadium.
Hey, we need y'all there Thursday at Protect Stadium.
So Jake, I also wanted to tell you, I mentioned before we started filming how you've progressed, from that first game at Gainesville, and how you kind of settled in and during the playoffs, man. You've, in 4 games you've threw over 1,000 yards. So congratulations to you and to your coaching, to the coaches that got you there.
Yes, sir.
So we're looking forward to a good week of practice, and we'll see you Thursday. And good luck.
Yes,
Thursday
sir. Thank
night. You. Before we leave, I also want to thank our students who filmed the games for us, and that is Roland Mays and Sawyer Abney. I want to thank them for showing up every Friday for home and away games. We don't give them a lot of love, but we do appreciate them coming and filming for Moody High School for the 411 Network. Also want to thank Willie Strickland, Brett Madison, Brett Staggs, Ashley and Eric, of course, everybody involved with the 411 Network. We appreciate all your support. We'll see everybody, of course, Thursday. When we come back, we're going to talk to Coach Jake Ganus about Thursday's night's big game against Vigor. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network. Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by First Baptist Church Moody. Well, this Thursday night's the big one. It's the championship 5A championship game at Protective Live Stadium. We're playing the Vigor Wolves. Coach, I looked at Vigor, some film on them, and man, are they impressive. Yeah,
they're a really, really good team. You wouldn't expect anything else in a state championship. In the South, I think was really strong this year. So for them to come out of it tells you, everything you need to know. But man, just looking forward to it. They're a very storied program, been in the state championship a lot of times in school history. Yep. The 88 Vigor defense is one that, me and some of my Thompson defensive staff buddies studied because we were going after their record of defensive points allowed. We did not get it, and we were really good in 2021, but they've been good at football for a really long time. And I had some college teammates from Pritchard and in that area, so I know how big the ball is down there, and man, just looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, I know they're led by their quarterback, number 3, Sammy Dunn. He's committed to Auburn. He's thrown for 2,800 yards. Kind of talk about Sammy Dunn a little bit. Yeah,
he's a special football player. He's going to Army, and if you're, to get into Army, your grades, you have to have phenomenal grades. You have to have congressional support. You got to be a phenomenal everything to go to our West Point Service Academy. And so, if you didn't know anything about him, didn't watch any film, you saw he's an Army commit, you would know what kind of kid he is. And he's, he's about as dynamic as they come. He can throw the ball 70 yards, he can run it, and he is their offense. He makes everything go. They got obviously great skill players and a very physical O-line, but it all starts with the quarterback. And so for us, we're going to have to, do our best to keep him contained and just try to keep him in check as much as we can during the night.
I know their defense, they've given up a total of 181 points in 12 games. I think it averaged out around 15 points a game. I know their defense is strong. They're led by, I think it's defensive Javarius Gary, or I believe how you pronounce his last name. He's a stud.
Yeah, he goes by Chicken. That's his nickname. So Chicken, he's committed to Alabama. And he's a freak. He plays edge, so he walks up and he like an end role for them. But he's a get after the quarterback kind of guy. He's also extremely physical. He's fast, so he's it's tough to really avoid him if you're running away from him or running to him. So you got to have a plan for him. Number 5 on the other side's just as good in my opinion in terms of what he does for their defense, and they've got phenomenal skill players in the back end. Corner safeties and linebackers are fast and can go. So defensively, they do a really good job of creating havoc and swarming to the ball. So for us, we'll have to pick and choose, when we want to take our shots and obviously try to establish a run game like we do every week. So, both sides of the ball going to have our hands full, but, like I said, it's state championship, so you wouldn't expect anything else.
So, Coach, last year, obviously you were there. This year you're going back. Are you doing anything different in preparation that you've said, you know what, if we get back, I got to do this way this time? Any of that this week?
You know, most of it's pretty similar. You know, going back and going to the same exact, venue is nice because we know when we get in how chaotic it is, because Wadley and Maplesville are going to still be playing. And so knowing like, hey, we got to wait till they finish their trophy ceremony and exit the field before we can even get on the sideline to set things up gives us the ability to kind of have that plan ready, because last year we were coaches, players, all hands on deck trying to get everything done, and then before you know it, we had to start warm-ups, but we were 4 minutes after we thought we were going to be able to start, so I had to adjust all the timetables by 4 minutes. It was really chaotic, and then I have a coaches meeting at midfield where I miss most of warm-ups, so now knowing that, I'm a designated coach that's in charge of different things and sideline and this and that, and so yeah, we obviously feel a lot more prepared. There will be adversity come up before the game, during the game, you name it. But it definitely helps, being there. And then the biggest thing is just your kids knowing, like, hey, these lights, like, it's not that bright, right? When we settled in the second half last year and went on a 14-0 run where we were just running the ball and playing great defense, like, we waited 2 quarters to say, like, okay, we can play with these guys. So hopefully, the guys that are returning, like Cam and Henry and Jagger, Barack, all those guys, like Joe, they just lead us and let these guys know, like, hey, we just got to come out and just play football. It's just a football game. So looking forward to it, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun night.
So what time will the team leave here and head toward the stadium and for the Devils walk and all that?
So our walk, we're first, we're the home team, so we're at 4:45.
Okay.
So I would encourage everybody to get there, maybe 4:30. Just so, in case you hit a little traffic or you got to find a parking spot. But I think there's a lot of parking around. I don't know because we obviously ride the bus, but I think there's a good bit of parking. So 4:45, be there, and then as soon as the Wadley-Maplesville game ends, I think that's when they let everybody in. I'm not really sure how that works when the 1A game's going on, but 4:45 is the walk. We'll be there, and then we'll be heading out to warm-ups hopefully around 5:45.
Anything you want to tell the Moody fans about Thursday and try to get them there to fill the home side up?
Yeah, I think, our Moody fans have traveled everywhere we went, from Gainesville, this year Auburn, you name it. And then I think back to all the way year 2 in Sylacauga, and we had the rain game. And I know a lot of our fans have been with us through all these 4 years. And, I would encourage everybody to come out. Last year, I think we had an advantage with our crowd behind us, especially in the second half. It was cold. We were cold. You were cold. The wind, I don't think it's going to be nearly as bad from the forecast. I think it'll be about 15 degrees warmer and a lot less wind. So, man, come out and support these guys. We've worked extremely hard. The players, it was really tough getting back. I'll be honest with you. The hard part was getting here. I think this is the fun, easy part, because just the mental, stuff we dealt with all year, including myself, of just like being that close and losing it. And we found a way to get back, man. We need everybody there to support us, and I know everyone will be, and we're really, really looking forward to it.
Well, Coach, me and myself, Eric, and Ashley want to thank you for your time this year. This is the last coaching show, and man, 15 weeks just went, it just flew by, So we thank you for working with us on time to be able to film this. So, all right, Moody Blue Devil fans, you heard it. Thursday night is Championship Thursday. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. You can watch the game on regular TV, on the Alabama Public Television. I believe that's Channel 10 on most everybody's channels around here. The 411 Network will broadcast audio only. We'll probably start about 6:30 going live. So we want to have a big crowd on that home side cheering on the Blue Devils. But we also want to thank all of our sponsors who this year supported the 411 Network with purchasing a commercial and just giving us a lot of great kudos during the season. We appreciate every one of them. And also I want to thank Eric Parsons, the guy behind the curtain that he don't get any love, but what he does for us means a lot. He is always there working to get this thing set up and give you a great broadcast. So on behalf of the 411 Network, we want to thank everybody for a great year, but most importantly, we want to see you Thursday night at Protective Life Stadium. Go Blue Devils.